Sure that you guys know who Tomi Lahren is. She is a completely unhinged and crazy host of The View, which I believe is owned by Glenn Beck, the coined and key guy who's an absolute right-wing lunatic, legitimate lunatic, and seemingly conspiracy theorist. He goes on these crazy rants, but that's not the point of this video. So I'm sure you guys know about her because I've covered her multiple times on this show, and one was a specific expose because there was video found of her in college sounding very reasonable and very rational and very centrist, saying that climate change does exist and all these different things. So I should have talked about the flip-flop, and I looked at it and I followed the money, followed the fame, followed the attention, and I told you guys that's why she does it. We have another interesting case of flip-flopping here because she was on The View, and this is an article from Red State, so I know I shouldn't be using this, but it doesn't fucking matter. They say, Tomi Lahren's appearance on The View Friday morning caused quite a stir, as I wrote about here. Although a self-described conservative, Miss Lahren was quick to tell the eager audience that she was pro-choice and said the following: I'm pro-choice and here's why. I'm a constitutional, someone that loves the Constitution. I'm someone that's for limited government. So I can't sit here and be a hypocrite and say I'm for limited government, but I think the government should decide what women do with their bodies. Wow. Seems to be very rational, actually. And it seems to be a sensible argument to me. While I would say that you could make the argument that government has the right to protect people, it doesn't make sense to have a limited government, but yet the government can then tell you what to do with your body, regardless of your situation, or what kind of effects it would have. So that's a whole other topic we have, and I sort of agree with it. It kind of makes sense, right? And it seems like a very common sense type thing to understand. She's pro-choice, but let's go backward a little bit. Just 3 months ago, says Tomi has been all over the map with the abortion issue in the past year. This should not be the case. During the December 22nd, 2016 Final Thought segments on her show, she rightly targeted pro-abort Lena Dunham, who stated on a podcast that she wished she had an abortion. Okay, so let me give you guys a little quick thing about that. Okay, Lena Dunham wanting abortion is fucking retarded, okay? Our goal is not to have abortions. Our goal is to lower abortions, but we believe that women have the right to get them under specific circumstances at certain times, okay? But our goal is to lower it, not to have unreasonable and unexcused fucking abortions. That's so stupid. But anyways, so she says, this woman, and I use the term loosely, single-handedly kills legitimacy of the modern-day feminist movement every time she speaks. Does she realize how damaging she is to her own narrative? Think about it. The pro-choicers are supposed to be about rare and safe abortions. That's how they avoid sounding like straight-up baby killers. Then we have Lena freaking Dunham out there wishing she could have murdered a fetus. Wishing for the option to kill your child doesn't exactly say much about the cause, her character, or the pro-choice movement. And here I thought the loving left were all about peace and love and light, except when it comes to the unborn, I suppose. Then it's a different story, a story they write and rewrite to fit their narrative. Here's another thing, too. How do you equate unborn to born? Philosophically or even logically? I think by the time it's by the time it's 8 weeks, it's still a fucking embryo. It's not even a fetus. And then I think for the first trimester, it's not even the size of a small baby carrot yet. So this whole thing of fiercely fighting for those, and then not wanting to ensure millions of people who don't have health care, I find that massively hypocritical, and I don't really get it, to be honest. But my goal, is to lower them, but I am pro-choice. But that's not the point of this video, because I know abortion people are fucking crazy. Either you're super for abortion and fuck you, or you're not, you're super against abortion, you're like, fuck you. So I'm not getting into that, but the point here is Tomi Lahren yet again exposed for her flip-flopping for whatever purpose. It's still flip-flopping. The point is that Tomi Lahren is not principled at all. She's doing it for the fame and money. She can barely find her thoughts and organize her thoughts. Because there's so much money in the way, so much fame, and so much calculation, how can I get this much attention, how can I get these people to like me, and it's just going crazy, those little calculation memes, like the GIF, it's pretty funny. So all I'm saying is Tomi Lahren exposed yet again, and I will do it over and over and over again on this show, because she's a pretentious piece of shit. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.